Hey there, happy July. It's me, Curiosity Trader. Hopefully, you're having a great summer so far. It's been about a month since I've uploaded on my YouTube channel. Just gonna go over some things that I've been seeing and what's going on in my trading and life. Hopefully, you're having a great summer. As I mentioned, I took all of June off just to really. I felt burnt out, to be honest, and it looks like I really haven't missed much. I looked over some stuff, and there's not really nothing going on that fits my playbook of trading, and that's really what this video is going to be about. Sometimes summers are slow. Most elite traders in the summer take time off, travel, visit family, because most kids, their kids are off school and etc. college. So I decided, why not take the month of June off, as my birthday is in June, so I decided to take the whole month of June off. And again, you always want to remember something, okay? The markets are not going to go nowhere. Like, I'm making this video now because I don't plan to come back till August. I've been enjoying my time off, enjoying my time going, hanging out with friends and family, going to the river, all that stuff, right? And I realized something in that middle, that I'm not missing nothing. The markets are going to be there whether I decide to come back in August, September, October. You get the point. It's not going nowhere because the skills which I have learned are with me for life, and it gets to a very point to where, like, once you find what you're best at, I say this numerous times in the channel before, once you find like your playbook trade, once you find things like a database of stocks, what works for you, stuff like this, what works for you, two patterns, the rest is just filtering out the noise. That's really all it is. And the new Market Wizards book came out. Everyone's been talking about it. Kulamagi's in it. Love that guy. And this is a good excerpt from the book. Okay, I'm not going to read it to you all, but pause it and read it. And this is what it means. Okay, you have to be able to endure hardships. And you have to really understand that it's going to be okay. Like, whatever you're going through, and myself right now, things have been hard. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not going to go into personal details, but I'm not going to give up doing this. I took all of June off because I was feeling burnt out. Because you don't really want to trade whenever life is hectic, okay? It's going to affect your psychology. It's going to affect a lot of things, your mental mindset. And you want to preserve that mental mindset and preserve mainly your mental capital. Because you don't want to come to the markets with the need to make money, and that's pretty much what I was doing in a sense. And that's why I took all of June off, and things are going well now. I moved back home. No bills right now. That's why I moved back home. Did I want to? No, but you had to sacrifice some things for your goals, and that's where I'm at right now. Taking care of some legal issues, but it's fine. It's fine, and I started back trading this past week. Nothing really going on. I'll go over the two trades I took, but I'm watching some other stuff. But what did I say? Yeah, like in stuff in life, there's going to be a lot of things that pop up, and as a trader, you're gonna have to understand that most people are gonna tell you you're crazy, but it's up to you to keep going. I've been doing this, as I mentioned, for 8 years, okay? And I'm just getting started in my mind. People, like, failure does not even resonate in my mind. The idea of failure, okay? You cannot fail if you do not quit. I'll say it again. You cannot fail if you do not quit. You are a winner. I am a winner, okay? Things take time. Don't compare your story to someone else's story, all right? Nobody knows who I am right now, but I hope one day everyone knows the name Curiosity Trader, and hopefully this is going to be a good story to tell. That's one thing everyone loves, is a good story, right? And I love this excerpt. That's why I saved it to my database of charts. This is really it, the last line. A fear of not amounting to much and a fear of having someone over my head. Boom, that's it. Like, once I realized that this is the way out, and I love doing this, I can't stop, and whatever your why is, everyone's gonna be different, all right, but just focus on that. And as I mentioned, like, there hasn't been that really much going on. The only ones I traded this past week was Lucy, which is a piece of shit, and in VU, which today I believe had a little bounce. But those are the only ones. And during this time, you know, you always want to really just take a step back. This is a recent reverse split, so this is a 5-star potential liquidity trap over the range of $10. I am watching, sitting up very nicely. It is a former runner in the past, but again, they had a reverse split, 1 for 40. Therefore, the thinnest float, or the share count is thinner. Well, 8 by 18 times. So I'm watching this. Other than that, Lucy, I pretty much got stopped out. I traded it twice over this range break right here, aiming for more, but it pretty much stopped me out. I should have locked in gains, but it stopped me out, whatever. And yesterday, I pretty much got long over the high day break, and they raised money. And it's always good to have sell rolls, guys and gals. As I mentioned, always good to have sell rolls. I got long pre-market. That's another thing. I shouldn't trade pre-market, but the setup was there. It's in a range break play on a former runner. You know, got long pretty much as it was breaking this range, 140-ish. And I gave it time. You know, I should have locked in profits, but I got kind of greedy in a sense, and I pretty much broke even. In hindsight, it's a good sell because they raise money, as most of these shitty companies do. But that's really all. Other than that, like I've been looking at like past former runners, because I've been off a whole month, so I always try to do like look at what's been going on, and there's really nothing going on. And maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you can find something for me. But I mean, like there's nothing that's like worth like 5-star in my mind, you know, because you look at the past big 6-month gainers, right? You see most of the leaders. Like for instance, like all of the semi names, you know, and the AI, most of them are already like AMD setting up nicely, and AMDL, but like other ones are just like on the back burner pretty much of the plays, you know, and there could be bounces, who knows, but like I'm not here to try to spot bounces. I'm here trying to focus on 5-star setups, you know. I'm getting distracted here. Biggest 6-month gainer. And the best indication of future momentum, as I always say, is by studying the past. And even when there's times they're slow like this, and again, it may not be slow, but SNDK finally is having a nice bounce, you know, MU, the ETF, and you can just see like we're in this phase, which ones are going to bounce, and often most of them do, but let them build a base and let them make a flag and just do it over and over again, you know. And that's really where I'm at right now. I mean, like every day from now on though, like I check the markets to say, but like I don't see nothing really like setting up that's my style. And it could be because I took a month off as well. Like whenever you take time off, you don't want to come back like pushing full size. Don't do that. You want to ease into it, like anything, you know. But that's really where I'm at. Like for instance, like FSA, all these stocks that were running back in May. You know, all of them are like looking for. They're pretty much backside already. NBTS, all of those, you know. But now we're just waiting. AMD had a nice range break today. Missed that one. But nice range break. Obviously, it's an ETF to AMD. But nice one so far. But other than that, I'm not sure when I will be back. Again, I'm in no rush. I'm 27, so I'm trying to enjoy my summer and have a good time with friends and family. But I want to keep this one short here. But other than that, hopefully you're having a great summer. Again, I'm not sure when I'll be back, but other than that, stay safe out there.